Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Autumn's Words, the red-haired Yeti in a young girl's tale. Autumn is a lady that views things in a different way to many people out there. She likes to look around corners and outside the box, and she trusts her instincts and follows her gut. And after some eye-opening experiences as a child, she has accepted the world is not all it seems, and in doing so has found her place and is willing to share her experiences for anyone going through the same or similar things. I was honoured when Autumn reached out to me, as I feel she has the same wants and ideas as myself, and many of the people who I also chat with too most days. So for now, I will bring you a small excerpt from Autumn's world, and over the coming winter months, we can learn what shapes her as a child and her journey through the years to where she is now. And hopefully we can walk a while along with her and learn from her wise and open mind. These are Autumn's words. I first came across the concept of the forest people when I was about 6. There used to be a programme on TV called Tomorrow's World, and I saw an episode one day where Chris Bonington, the explorer, came on and spoke about his encounter with a mysterious creature at Everest Base Camp. This creature was of course the Yeti, and they showed an artist's impression of the creature which terrified me to the core and would haunt me for years afterwards. I don't know why it affected me so much. Maybe because the programme made this being out to be a monster, but something rang true for me that this creature was very, very real. There is one incident from my childhood, I was about 8 I think, that may and may not have been an actual physical encounter. I wasn't normally allowed to play too far away from home, but I had been allowed on this occasion to go off with a school friend for an hour. We went to a little park and walked over the football field beyond to a small wood, and beside the wood to the right was a farmer's field, and beyond that lay an access road to an industrial site. There was a smaller wooded area there, which ran parallel to the main railway line. There was a long path that dog walkers used, which led out into an open ground which was very overgrown. My friend had taken me to an oak tree beside the path in order to try and teach me how to climb the tree. We were about 250 yards from where the path opened out, but we had a clear line of sight. We were having fun, playing and trying to climb the tree and failing badly, when suddenly I got a really strange feeling. I looked up the path and I saw a standing figure. It was side on to us, and they were quite far away, and it could, in all honesty, have been a human in dark clothing, but I don't think it was. But they seemed to be stooped in a funny, awkward position. There was just something off about them, but I couldn't work out what. I pointed them out to my friend, and we both just got spooked and ran for it. In my mind's eye, I kept thinking, it's a Yeti, it's a Yeti. And I could see a red-haired creature chasing us. I could almost feel him behind us. I never stopped running until I got home. If it was such a being, and I don't believe now for one moment it intended us any harm, maybe it was trying to get us to hurry home because it knew we had been out too long, or some game was at play and we didn't know the rules and we didn't get the invite. It was just over an hour when I reached the drive of my house, and my parents were just about to set off in an angry search for me. These past couple of years, my interest in the forest people has returned, and thanks to people like yourself and the researchers who feature on your channel, I've come to think of them so differently. I'm not saying I'm ready for a full visual encounter, and I don't think they would do that, as they don't intend to frighten anyone. But I don't see them as monsters anymore. I see them as friends and wise teachers. I believe the seen and the unseen are reaching out to each other now to rebuild the bridges of communication that have been lost. We need each other now to help heal our world and move towards a very different and better way of being. I am aware of the various conspiracy theories that abound as to why more and more people are encountering mysterious non-humans. But I believe that this is true, the true reason why this is happening. I am also interested in the dogmen, and I have been for several years. I'm a little more nervous about what intentions these beings have, but I have a natural fear of dogs to begin with, which doesn't help. And ever since I was told they can smell fear, well, once you're told something, you can't stop thinking about it, can you? So you just can't not. My instincts are, though, that they are extremely misunderstood. From what I've heard, they keep away from us, except the teenagers when mischief making, and tend to walk away or adopt an air of nonchalance when encounters. To me, going by their actions, they seem gentle, or at least peaceful. But this may be me just wanting to think the best outcome. I don't know if you're aware of it, but there was a place called Buxton Village. There was a sight of a huge hyena-type animal rummaging in some bins. The owner, who was in his garden having a smoke at the time, got quite a shock when he caught sight of it, but the creature ran off. It's a newly built village on the site of an old munitions factory, and it used to be abandoned waste ground before then. But it is also very near to a valley, which has woods, waterway, fields, a real corridor complete with deer, etc. It amazes me how near to urban places these beings are coming. On that note, I'll finish with a funny story, and possibly a new area worth investigating. I don't drive, so normally I get the train to my workplace in Printon. Recently there have been a lot of rail strikes, so on that occasion I'll get the bus in instead. It's a journey which goes through Losman Hall and Penton. Early in spring this year, just before the leaves are coming out on the trees, so you could still see through them, I was on the bus and was passing roundabouts just off the junction leading on to Galway Way in Printon. It is almost impossible to access by foot due to there being no pedestrian path and huge traffic. To my astonishment, I saw, wedged in the fork of a tree, a huge branch broken off. It was such a blatant forest person sign. I think my mouth hung open in shock, and I couldn't believe that they'd come in so close to such a busy place where they could, so be easily noticed. And I'd like to thank Autumn for sharing her experience, and I am sure there are a number of you that are in agreement with Autumn. I know I am. Working together and understanding is the key to all of this, I think, and we have nothing to lose by trying to see another point of view and testing it out for ourselves. So the next time you go out, look at your wild areas with new eyes. Until next time, goodbye.